Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I hope everybody is really doing well. And first of all, congratulations, guys. Our challenge is absolutely doing well, 65% up so far. Today, not a good day for us, not good trades actually, and pretty much tried our best to do it. But there's a lot, market is having a lot of job today. Because this dump was likely coming, I think I posted and I mentioned as well somewhere that USD dominance have formed H4, divergence on the bullish divergence, and that's what exactly it's playing out. Even I mentioned yesterday that this red box is where the pump is going to happen, and if you can see, this is exactly where the pump happened, and currently, I think we are likely doing 5 waves. It makes sense for the 5 waves because this is A, this is B, this is C, this is wave A maybe, this is some sort of a wave B over here. And then again we are having 1, 2, we're going to sweep up the highs for the wave 3, bounce for a wave 4, one more push up for the wave 5 in the red box, and then start probably dumping back down. So ideally this is how it should play. This red box on the top is should not be flipped, guys. Because if we flip, then we might just probably go for a deeper pullback across the boards, not only for Bitcoin, but probably for everything else. We just don't need to flip the red box. That's all. And hence, we would be bidding only and only once the USD dominance starts sweeping up the highs. Probably, this swing highs, once it starts sweeping up, probably that would be very interesting. Interesting levels for us, or probably way for us to scalp it. If you look at the H4, yes, H4 is at 50 RSI levels, which is quite bearish, and it's like a bearish retest. It's happening, so just swing it, and probably we can finish it off. That would be very, very nice. We have seen these sort of similarities that have happened in the past historically, so nothing to be afraid of when literally the dumps are coming. When it is coming, you should be thankful. It can be a reversal, of course, but at least now it is coming after a long move. So let's thank and let's look for an opportunities. So yes, eventually, every time we go up, we reject from 50 and we go down. And what happens during that time? You see, we got the impulsive move, we got a pump. Once we go to the 50, we start rejecting. What is going to happen? We start dumping back down. That's where the real game begins. And that is going to be absolutely a last dip. Or maybe I would say the dump for the USD dominance. Because after that, the chances of it reversing big becomes very, very high. So practically just look at the pattern. So what did we do? We first of all, let's go to the ETH. We are bidding ETH at 3058 and 3027 for the challenge. We'll have one Ethereum at 3058.97, so that's like 3059. We have one ETH over there, and so now just bid one ETH, guys. 3059, one Ethereum. Okay, I will give you another one ETH once we literally go, let's say we go towards 1414 of 3027 or 28. We will bid another 0.5 ETH, and in case if we go for $3,000 or 2,986, we bid another 0.5 ETH. So that's how we're gonna do. Or the best way is gonna do is at least have one ETH at 3059 for the challenge. Have it. I'm also going to 3059. Okay. Perfect. So 3059. We already swept the lows, guys, on ETH. Let's see whether the USD dominance did sweep the highs or not. It is not yet swept, so probably we'll go to my target of 3059. Should not be a problem for ETH. But look at this, what happened when we went to 17.2. We pumped up to 49 or 50 RSI, and then later on we start dumping back down. But what happened exactly was we pumped on 18 July, and the move started happening itself on 18th of July next candle. So that was like a big reversal that happened basically. So I mean, this can literally reverse, because tomorrow we are having a full moon, and normally the full moon can lead to a pump, but there are some, I'm not sure, I'm not an astrologer, but there are some signs that we might not lead to a pump as well. It's 50-50, I mean, but it's a full moon, so yeah, I'm expecting a pump. Let's see. Look at here. Similarly, when we went to 50% over here, RSI 50%, you see when we went to 50% over here, and then we started dumping back down to the lows, finding the support basically. So similarly, I think once we start going above 50%, the game on for Bitcoin. I mean, everything, the overall market, you can literally buy anything. I'm holding my say bag, and now I'll be looking to rebuild a near position. We booked some nice gains on near, but because I knew this sort of pullback will come, I just didn't know whether near will hold it properly or not. But now that we have got our pullback, let's see. Similarly, in 2024 March, we got a nice impulsive move for USD DOM on H4, and it went to 60.94, taking up the liquidity over here. And then it started rejecting, dumping back down. Where, however, the USD dominance did not dump to the lows, but it find this support over here. That's where we started reversing. That's where we started reversing. So we have a lot of examples we have seen basically. So this is what you can expect probably from the USD dominance, and this is how you should be playing it. And you need to make it big, guys. Definitely, you all need to make it big. We need to make it. We need to take our challenge account to at least $5,000, minimum, and then probably we can take more risk so that we can increase it to maybe 100K as well. We will see. But so far our risk was managed, so that's the reason when we are chopping up, we are planning with show, so that we need to, we are trying to get more risk reward trades, so that we can have low risk and we can make big amount of gains actually. So I think what USD dominance would do, basically, it would simply follow what every time it does. So basically, we are the RSI on the 4 hours time frame. If you look at the 4 hours time frame, hold on, we were checking the 4 hours correct previously. Just trying to confirm. Yeah, we rejected here and rejected here as well. You see. So the bounce happened, we went to 50%, and then they started dumping happening again. And this is how we did. And also the 50%, when we started pumping up, go to the RSI bearish retest, we started dumping lows, and then we had a massive pullback. So this is what something to keep in mind on H4. So we are talking about H4 right now, ladies and gentlemen. I think I checked H1 previously, but that's okay. So even H4, yeah, similar thing, bounce, and then we started dumping. So what can we expect from the USD dominance? I think this is how it should play out. Let me show you. I think we are going up to 50 RSI, which I would see. And maybe we might just probably pull up a little bit over here, just a push up. And then we started dumping back down to our support of 30 RSI. Similarly, we push up like this, reject, chop a little bit, and then we started reversing and dumping and do something like this, forming a very strong bullish divergence over here. From here, as well as we form a bullish divergence here as well. And that's how things can get really interesting, ladies and gentlemen. So this is how I would like to see USD dominance. Now let's also see from the H1 perspective. Similarly, I think if you look at the H1, H1 is a little bit going for higher, 66, 67, but that's fine, so that it can have a cross momentum with H4. So I do think right now, I think the way we are looking for on the USD dominance is perfectly plan. So I think we should be building swings as well on ETH. You can build personal swing as well. The red box is going to be the invalidation. We should not be flipping it over here. Maybe a wick is fine, but we should not be literally flipping it. So we got our first probably we got our first 1 ETH filled, okay, on Bybit. Perfect. So 1 ETH is filled on Bybit, and we will see how are we progressing. If we start reversing, we'll just simply build another market long. Basically, just let's try and understand. We need to start looking for some long opportunities for Bitcoin as well, but I would not be looking for long opportunities on Bitcoin. I'll come up to that logic for now, but just hold on for a minute, because right now I'm just looking for multiple things. It was good for us to take profits on Nero ETH for like $50 approx, or it would have simply gone back to our entry and maybe back to lower to our entry. Say I'm a perfectly above our entry, guys. Still I feel that this can literally outperform. VIF is a support, and I do think VIF is I think VIF can probably VIF can literally reverse from here, because it is missing one more push on an upside. Look at here on the EMA chart. Let me just hide it for now. If you look at the 2 hours time frame, let me also hide the VWAP. Okay, the strategy basically. That's how I'm scalping. So that was your H4 order block for VIF, and the targets are above. Okay, so practically, let me just delete the target for an instance. So we are having 2 white candles, and what we are having right now is, if you see, that's a very clean 3 waves structure. Now either it can be ABC or it can be 5 waves, but what we are watching is, this is wave 1, wave 2, another 1, 2, 3. So that's our 3. We are in wave 4. We go up to wave 5, push up, another wave 4, and then like what Pepe did, and we should be pumping up to $6. Ideally, this is how the structure should go for WIF. So I do think the red box that we are having for WIF is a very, very good levels for buying the dip, and the invalidation should be very, very close. I mean, your invalidation for WIF should be, in my view, under the golden pocket zone. I mean, you can just probably buy the spots, and the red box was the good levels of 3.785 to buy the spot backs. If you're not in on WIF, I do think we'll definitely get one more push on the downside. And I'm not sure whether we're going to get it for WIF or not, but this would be a very, very good levels. I mean, we also have a nice order block on the H1 as well, practically. Let's talk about the USD DOM one more time. USD dominance did not sweep the highs on H1, did not sweep the highs on H4, meaning that we need to sweep up. We really need to sweep up, which means that, yeah, the push is definitely going to happen. This is how I think it can happen. Probably, 5 wave structure, because the move is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And once the 5 waves are done, I would like to, or I'm expecting, as I mentioned, we have seen historically how things goes for the USD dominance. One more dip to the bottom, like for like a 4%, would be very, very nice in my view. Somewhere towards the order block that we are having around 3.96 to 4%. Maybe it can even go to 3.65% for like a full-fledged blown bull run. So that would be amazing in my view, ladies and gentlemen. Amazing. If you look at the daily time frame, the USD dominance is just backtesting it. This is like a resistance bearish retest. It's happening, I would say. It's like a backtesting. I mean, just look at the bearish retest. So this was your support previously, and this is your resistance, like this, practically, and maybe it can just go slightly up, but that's okay. And I would like to see it dumping back down to 18. So I think don't be afraid here. I would not like to see or expect much of a lower price for Bitcoin. Maybe Bitcoin can go down, but alts are literally going to hold up here. Look at the Ethereum. It filled us and it's holding. It's not moving even down for now. So I think the rotation is going to happen. This is this first major sign that we are likely going to see a major rotation. Now, you don't need to go for like 100 coins or buy 100 coins. No, just put your money in like Ethereum. The first is going to pump. Solana as well is going to pump. I mean, the Solana, this harmonic normally it happens. I mentioned, I posted as well. This is the bearish harmonic. I don't know why it formed over here. I don't have any idea. But now you can see how it is playing out for Solana. So normally when this sort of harmonic happens, two things might happen over here. Either this is not going to play out, this is like a fake out, or this is like an irregular expanded flat, meaning that we likely going to see push down like this to sweep up the lows. Can even go for like a sweeping the lows to 199, 198, and then start reversing back to 230, 235. So that's what. But Solana, at least I'm not interested in longs here. I would be very much interested in longs above 216. Once it flips up, we long and we can ride to 232 with a very, very high big position. Normally, if you would have risk here, let's say 4%, 5% of your portfolio, I would simply go risk my 50% of the portfolio over here just for like, because it's a very easy long. Anybody can take it. It's a very, very, and it will run simply from there. So once it flips, so I think we still have this harmonic. Normally the targets for harmonics are this lows and this low. So both the lows needs to be taken care of, basically, which is 205. Minimum target would be 205. We can even bounce from here like this, or it can simply be the sweep of this lows and run up. So there are two possibilities for Solana over here. Similarly for Bitcoin, what do we have here, guys? Let's talk. I'm not gonna check HTF for now, but just let's try and understand the Fibonacci levels that we have for Bitcoin. The Bitcoin rejected around 1 for Fibonacci levels, which is 91,369. Now, this is not a new bull run, guys. This is the extension of the previous bull run. I mean, we started this bull run in 2018, okay? So this is just like an extension of that bull run. This is not something new, rally that we are watching or we are having. This is like a continuation of that bull run, okay? That's what we are watching. Normally, based on my experience of 2020, what normally happens is when an asset rejects from 1414, it normally go and retest 1272 Fibonacci levels, and it forms a range there. We hold up, and then it targets 1618 Fibonacci levels. This is how normally we do. This is what we do in every bull run. I mean, if you check 2020 bull run, every damn time we go to 1414, we reject, we find support at 1272, and we pump up to 1618. But now if we literally dump straight to those levels, or we go a little bit more deeper, there, which would literally indicate that the USD dominance might literally have a massive push. It's going to invalidate then our this red box scenario on the H4, basically. Where is the H4? Here, you see. Very interesting. Now that we are on the verge of sweeping up highs, or we are on the verge of sweeping up highs practically. And once we are done with that, I think the markets, many alt might literally run hard. I mean, look at the Pepe. It's holding up so nicely. This is where your demand is practically. And I do think, ladies and gentlemen, once Pepe flips up this 222,947, it will run as well. So what are my targets for Bitcoin? I think Bitcoin is doing something. This is your wave 4. This may be A, B, and we are doing in the wave C right now. Can probably go to 86,480 or 85,900. Because it's something like this. And then now BTC goes slowly, chop sideways over here. It goes sideways, chop, and also run actually. And this is how I see the market to rotate. You look at how Ethereum is. You see, I mean, we got our 1 ETH fill on ETH, and what happens? You see, BTC literally went down, and ETH is just holding up, and now it's giving up the green candle, practically on ETH actually. So it's like, Bitcoin is, I would like to see a sideways correction and then probably dumping more down. But for that to happen, we need Bitcoin to go back down to $86,000 support. I mean, this is what I would like to see. That's exactly what gold did today. I mean, if you really want to see the price action for the gold, actually, it's exactly the same price action gold did. And by the way, when I posted that I'm buying, I booked my lots. You see, when we are up a lot on the gold, actually 55 pips, or I would say 70 pips, I'm up already on the gold. Similar thing we are monitoring and observing. You see, I mean, this was a very nice triangle over here on the gold, and we broke out of this triangle. You can also place a triangle here. Perfect. So you got a very interesting A, B, C, D, E, and then we pumped up, and then we come back down, you see, and then we pumped up. A very similar sort of a price action we are watching right now for a gold. I'm not sure whether it's going to follow this, but what we are watching, or what we are saying, is that when this sort of triangle happens, which means that it ends something ended. This means that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something ended. This was the end. That clearly means. So we need to find a support. I mean, this was your support. Okay. So basically, right now, I mean, we find support here on the E wave, which is okay. And then gold did a little bit choppiness, sideways. And then we started dumping down like this. So what we might literally do for Bitcoin as well, over here on a very lower time frame, because we did not have E wave pullback, like a clear E wave pullback. So basically, we might just probably do something like this. We might just sweep the lows over here, or even probably 84,800. A, B, C, again A, B, C up here, a retest, do something like this, and then maybe go for like a major pullback to the Fibonacci levels of 1,272 of 83,744, and even the previous week highs. This is going to be the range, because overall it's very difficult to say what kind of wave we are into. But what I can say is with the confidence that it was an end. This is clearly your wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So your 5 waves ended. We ended 5 waves, which means that we need to go for an ABC correction on Bitcoin. I would not like to see a major pullback to 77, 76K, because we do have a CME gap there. I would not like to see right now this pullback. But you never know. I mean, we just have to play with the proper risk management just in case, because this whole run is probably happened because of Bitcoin. It did not happen because of any altcoins. And memes are the last sign. They normally pump last, after that the market dumps. And that's exactly what's happening, because retailers got trapped in between. Now, this is the worst case scenario. And after that, we pull up to 100K. We will just probably go a little bit sideways, choppiness. And that will be very, very nice and very, very, very healthy, actually, I would say. So if you look at from the bigger picture perspective, the whole point would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be wave 1, wave 2, and that is going to be our wave 3. The pullback is going to be wave 4, and then it's going to be the last pullback, wave 5, where we might reach 1618, we might not. It all depends. But the overall 5th wave is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I see the market normally to happen. Now, ideally, the wave 5 should not go beyond 1618, because if it goes beyond 1618, it would be something else. I mean, it would not be wave 5. It would be probably the start or beginning of the new cycle, actually, maybe. But for now, this is what I have for Bitcoin. Maybe we can even, chop, and maybe even Bitcoin can probably pump up from here. What it might do is, instead of running down like this, it might even do something like this. This is wave 1, A, B, C, wave 2, wave 3, 4, 5. we can simply pump from here as well. So hence the reason is I would also suggest you to have a little bit exposure as well on a Bitcoin. I mean, if this is not a triangle, then it can be a 1-2-1-2 scenario as well. I mean, we should be prepared for everything, because the lower term time frame wave count is not possible when we are literally doing. It's very choppy when we are literally in the uptrend and in the bull run. It's very difficult to identify the lower term time frame wave counts and the wave structures. It's very difficult. It's not only for me, but for any sort of a analyst. Anyone would say the same thing. So it's very difficult, you know. So practically, I mean, if literally Bitcoin holds $87,000, basically, if 87K holds, we can say that Bitcoin can push up to maybe 100K from here itself. You know, there's a very high likelihood of that happen as well. So the risk reward is good at this point for long, and if it starts going under 86,180, that would literally confirm that this was the end of something. So basically, this was wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So then it would confirm that this is the fifth wave, and we have ended, or Bitcoin have literally ended basically over here, and we would be literally going down like this. If it does something like this, A, B, C, chop, A, B, C, bearish retest, and then further dump like this. So that point on, we need this sweep. We need at least 86,180 to get the sweep. Once it does, it would confirm. But till it don't confirm, I would say that we can literally pump to new all-time highs from here, you know. So this would be a very good gift for anyone for Bitcoin perspective, with a very tight stop loss of $86,000, $87,000 bid and 86,000 stop loss. Let's just check USD dominance one more time. USD dominance, we tested the 50 resistance on the H4. We also swept the highs, but I don't think we are done yet, because if you look at the 1 hour time frame, no, we are not yet done. We need a little bit more time over here. So because you know, this is wave 1, this is wave 2, this is wave 3, 4 over here, maybe a little bit pull back and then push up like 5, fake breakout, and then started dumping like this, go to hell. That's what I would say, like a big fuck off from bulls. Honestly, this red box is your no flip zone. We don't want bulls or to flip this over here, because if it flips, then we have a major problem. We'll get a deeper pullback across the board, and like, you know, we go for a bigger pullback and retracements to $82,000. So this is what I have for Bitcoin. For ETH, the plan is very same for ETH. I just don't have the wave counts at this point. But what I can see over here for the ETH is 3 waves pullback, 3 wave pullback, 3 wave pullback. So basically this can be A, B, C, W, A, B, C, X, A, B, C, Y. So that's a very good WXY formation, and the confirmation that we are going to run up would be the breakout. So this is going to be your trend line. We need to monitor this trend line. The confirmation would only be like, once we break out of this trend line, booyah, we are just simply going to run back up, you know. So that would be very nice in my view at that point of time. I hope you guys are having at least one Ethereum long on for the challenge, basically. And hey, hi Himanshu, you nailed it for Pepe trade. You also sent me the screenshot. Very nice. I'm so happy for you. And sure, let's check silver at the end as well. Good evening, my friend. Let's check Adam. Surely say is looking good in my view. Might retest 42, I'm not sure, but might. In case if it does, it would be very good for us to probably, you know, DCA. Near is looking damn strong. I mean, not even moving. I was like probably expecting it to you know, just give us a retest, probably just take this lows. We are having a triple low over here actually, and I'm so damn happy. But now we are having a good trend line, so I'm just probably going to have this trend line over here. Maybe this is what highs are this? 5.554. What is this? 5.544. Basically this is lower, so I can't have this trend line. Ideally the trend line is this, and we are just like having a bullish trend line. Hey Kubeb, welcome bro, and yeah, no problem. uh, we'll just really check rose as well, but I do think near is so looking good. It's looking strong to me somehow. I think we should have not closed or sold our spot bags in case if it reverses. This can literally fly to 6.1, literally in all cases. It can just probably do something like this, can just tell us everyone go fuck off. I mean, I'm just flying. It can do something like this in my view. So near, yeah, I mean, I don't know, I don't have any bag yet for the near, but let's see what we do. 1 second, near, let me see, near. I think we can probably look for some spot buys for maybe near. Yeah, near spot buys would be interesting, but let's wait for the US dominance to finish its move, and once it finishes, we are good. Wow, Ethereum is going nuts, and what a nice reversal. It's not a big reversal, but it's a very small reversal if you look at from the 15 minutes perspective. Very good. Maybe morning star candle might form if we literally close around if we close on the previous dump open, which will be around 3098. If we close this candle, the current candle, in next 1 minute 45 seconds at above or around 3098, this would confirm a morning star candle and would likely be the sign of reversal. Now normally this can be WXY, but the another way of looking to this can be a bullish wolf waves. Practically this means that this can be A, this can be B, this can be 1, this can be 2, this can be 3, A, B, C, 4, and then further dump like this to 3027, or maybe even $3,000. Maybe this can be a bullish wolf waves as well. We will see how it forms, but for now I think we have got a good liquidity under, and want to see how are we going to close in next 15 minutes. I mean, this is going to be interesting. Pepe, we'll wait for the breakout, guys. Once it breaks out, and I would not even look for a breakout, or I would like to see it flip these levels, and then we can go in. Nero ETH is damn accumulating on a bigger term time frame, and it's so valid for now. Perfectly valid. ABC, and I think once we settle down, I think Nero ETH can probably go a little bit more down, I would say, like this. And once it breaks out, we long here, and this will go to 16.16, and maybe it can go to 0.4 as well. So probably from here, because it's a big irregular expanded flat, so once it breaks out over here, you can buy, and you can expect a minimum of 2414 Fibonacci levels pump. It's a very big pump and extension. So 86% move guaranteed for this thing. It's a very big move, actually, very big move. I think maybe can even probably go nuts and can even give you 1 to 2x, taking up these highs. So we have the highs over here. It's a very good irregular expanded flat. So Nero ETH, would be very good, actually. Let's wait for it to come back to us. Floki is coming to us. Still not yet into my buying range of 208. That's an equilibrium that we are having. If you look at the daily time frame for Floki, it's a very good levels for Floki. I mean, this is where you had your earlier, this was your supply block, and now this supply block have literally turned into the demand zone and should be turned into the demand zone. That's where I would like to see a retest 208. So let's see if it can give us 208, would be nice. And Floki can literally go for a continuation if it does. So we go up here, we hold up, we accumulate here, and then we can run up for Floki like this. So we have still a lot of time for Floki to accumulate. I mean, it might even go for like a rocket. It can just probably simply run from here as well as a rocket. But I simply want to wait for it to give us a proper entry so that, you know, we can have a good risk reward game, because the stop loss would be under 18.5 cents. So that would be our stop loss. And for the Floki, say no doubt in that Solana already discussed. Yeah, WIF, as I mentioned, it's good. WIF have reclaimed the 3.87, came back inside the range, and this was your demand. And now what we should be looking for is a breakout. So practically just look for the break of a trend on the WIF. Once it breaks out, we go in class. Even if we can go over here right now, but if it breaks out, the thing is we can go in. I mean, it can be a good, you know, scalp for WIF. I mean, I'm just drawing two trend lines. This is the lowest time frame trend line. Can be a fake out, but I would like to bid the bigger time frame breakout, just in case. Like here, the worst case can be it can simply go up here one more time, and then further dump for like something like this to the demand, in case if everything goes one more time, and then we can go like this. So this is what we have. Losing this white line that we are having of 3.61, if we lose this levels on 15 minutes or H1, would guarantee that this move was ABC, and WIF is going to literally dump back down to 2.8 to 2.7 dollars. So this is very less likely at this point because of the US dominance is bullish. So I'm just going to ignore it for now, but something to keep in mind. Our stop losses would be under this levels of 3.62. Exact stop loss would be around 3.574. That would be very, very, very good. Near is looking good, and if you even look at from the 15 minutes time frame, I think we should be buying Near actually, guys. This is the fuck game actually. In my view, this is the gem. I mean, just look for the breakout. Once it breaks out at 5.4, it can simply fly from here to 6.1. So you don't need anything. Once it breaks out, simply go or buy spot bags and wait for it to pump it up. You know, pump it up to 6.1, maybe even it can just simply go to $8 as well. It all depends, but it looks great. Bitcoin dominance, guys. We are in the demand. This is the weekly demand that we are having. Sorry, weekly supply block that we are having. I'm extremely sorry, a little bit exhausted. So this is the weekly supply block that we are having. Every damn time we have rejected. I mean, it's not for the first time that we're having this sort of supply block. If you remember, the 2021 bull run, altcoin bull run, was initiated over here at 63.5%, 63.6 to 7%. And even when we were in uptrend, we rejected heavily from here, not only once but twice. So I think the rejection would come only and only when we go up to 62.5% levels, which indicates that the gap is too narrow. I mean, from here to up is like 2 to 3% max, not much of a bigger gap that we are having practically. But after that, you can literally expect alts to flourish and Ethereum to go nuts. You can expect that. And I will be buying heavily ETH Bitcoin around this. I'll be longing heavily ETH BTC around this. With my invalidation will be 72.67% would be an invalidation. And I'm going to take profit targets would be 35.3%, which means that if Bitcoin market cap would be $2 trillion, your altcoin market cap would be roughly around, you know, roughly, let's say, if it tops around 2 trillion divided by 0.35, or let's say a minimum of, yeah, I mean, this would be nice, of 0.48. Okay, so the overall crypto market cap, you know, total would be around 4.1 trillion, which means that altcoin market cap can literally soar to $2 trillion, another 1.5 to $2 trillion practically, or maybe it can be an internal rotation as well. It all depends. Basically total 2, that's what I was talking about. So I think we are at support. Total 2 is also at support, as you can see. Normally the wave 4 should have gone 1 point $1.076 trillion. But I'm happy. I mean, we are already at $1.13 trillion. And as I mentioned, if this shit reverses, we go straight up to 14145, the way Bitcoin did, which is around $1.5 trillion. So just imagine $1.5 trillion. This would be very interesting, guys. So I do think Ethereum is a must long, and that's why I'm building. I'm asking you to build. Oh my God, Ethereum is going nice, straight to the resistance. What are you smoking, my friend? What did I mention? I'm just trying to, I've explained everything, the whole theory of Ethereum. We literally caught Ethereum at 3059. Everybody's riding it, and you want under 3000. I don't think so. It should go under 3000. But even if it does, let's say 2983 would be the max. You can't expect more than that. It's selfish to expect such sort of a deeper pullback. But I think Ethereum is, honestly, in my view, once it starts flipping this 3117, the dump is over. It's just probably gonna go like this, because we had let me see what we had on 15 minutes. Did we close? No, we did not close a morning star, but still we got a nice pump. So what we can look for here is maybe something like this. Yeah, reclaim it, go up, and then maybe one more down would be nice, maybe. And if not, literally go for a breakout. We go for a double bottom sort of a thing, a breakout, and then we go up like this. Because the US is dominance, as I mentioned, we already swept once. One more wave is pending, and H4 is at resistance, 50 level resistance, and we are likely going to reject from here. And that's what we are doing right now, And we have longed it at 3059. So yeah. Say, guys, hold it, guys. I know it's tough. Baby is trying something. Near is also going good. This is, a shower asked me that whether we should close or not. I was like skeptical, but I do think we should not close it. I think we should buy back this coin, 1000x USD. It's holding up this, and normally what happens whenever we got an impulsive move, the price goes on like accumulation like this. We get another impulsive move. Now, not necessarily it should be of same degree or same lag, but we get it. You see, if this is true, we got an impulsive here. The only problem with this impulse is we did not sweep up these highs. The liquidity was not taken care of. So practically, this can be a good investment in my view. The risk reward is so amazing. You can simply close manually once we start losing the red box, which is around 26.2. And if you lose like this, retest, and if you start rejecting, you can short it, and then you can ride it till maybe 16 cents. The risk reward is amazing over here on this coin, because if you look at the 4 hours time frame, the RSI is just around 50. We need to reclaim it back. That's a different story. Because if we don't reclaim, then it can simply go down a lot. We can start dumping a lot again. So practically, I think the red box needs to hold here so that it can literally go big and pump. So how are we going to play, guys? We are already out of this. We are going to play maybe this way. This is how I would like to play. Not from the highs, but from here. So that's a triangle actually here. Once we break out of this, we break out here around 31.1, pump up. So that's how we're going to play safer side, because you're already having ETH, and I want to play swing on this ETH. Let's play swing, because the target for ETH from here, if we break out, this is wave 4. So the wave 5 target would be somewhere around 3,625 to 3,700, and the worst case can be 3,850 as well. So yeah. It's a very good risk reward. AVAX is also in my support zone, and the only problem with the AVAX is made like a double bottom sort of thing, which I don't like it. So either this was ABC over here, this is ABC something, and this is B or maybe some sort of a W, and this is another one, A, B, and the C is going to be like here, somewhere around 35 cents. So if you really want to a long away, wait for it. Even though we are in the demand zone, this is not a H1 demand zone. This is the H4. And if you really want a long, let it flip 33 on H4. If the candle closes, two candle closes above 33 on H4, wherever the price would be, simply buy. That would be the best case for AWE. I'm simply not gonna, bid here actually, because likely we may sweep this because we're very close to those levels, and USD dominance needs one more push up. Possibilities there. Gold is simply going nuts. For those who bought with me, congratulations. And this might be the first sign of a reversal, honestly speaking. I was too quick to tell you to long or to buy spot bags 2545, and we are already up almost I would say 1.13%. That's like 100 pips, guys. 100 fucking pips. I also gave a limit on gold at 2535 for the challenge trade, $100 to $100 200k challenge. So damn missed. It went down to 2536.6, just missed by $1.6. $1.6, just 1.6 fucking dollars. That could have been a massive trade actually. Anyways, so let's look for some of the alts over here. What all friends are asking for. Maybe first of all we check Atom. Atom is going to be bullish only and only when it flips. $5.6. There is green line. Once it flips, nothing can stop it. It won't be stopped. Basically, it's simply going to run up. So currently, Atom is facing a tough resistance over here. And you see, Atom BTC is itself not looking that good, So I think for now, stay out of Atom, in my view, because the harmonic is done. But the good part is, what if this is one, ABC 2, this is 1, we go up here, ABC, a little bit accumulation, breakout, 1, ABC 2, and go up like this. So this is how, if you really want to push up, Atom needs to hold above 4.5. Atom really needs to hold above 4.5. You really need to pump it up to $12. So I would ask you to buy only once this 5.6 is flipped. 2 consecutive daily close above. Flip means, everybody knows what flip means because you're with me since long. 2 consecutive close above 5.6 means flip. That's what flip means, basically. But for now, I think the daily RSI is likely going to have a bullish retest of RSI based MA. So we'll find a support here for sure, and we'll look for a push up from here. So I think a little bit more 4.51 to 4.5 can give you a good bounce on Atom. I think we're going there actually. Let's check Rose for my associate Kobe. Rose, beautiful roses, and the plans have played out very nicely previously. So what is next for Rose? Well, first of all, what we need to understand is 2 things. Just because I'm charting it for the first time after long, we need the levels actually, and your levels for the Rose is here. So this is going to be your first levels of resistance. That's where if Rose flip these levels, we will run. You can check it out. Every damn time we flip it, we go. We bullish retest, we pump. Retest over here, we pump. Retest, we pump. Retest, we pump. Breakdown, fake out, and then dump. And then we got a rejection, again rejection. So till I would say Rose don't flip these levels, I would not say that this is bullish, honestly speaking. If you really want to bid over here, it's your choice. And in expectation that it's going to pump, it's your choice altogether. But I really don't have a wave count for this because I need to study this chart for long. But what I can say that this is a trend line basically for Rose, and what I'm seeing is a breakout. So this lows were taken care of. So what I can say is, what if this was your wave 1, this is your 5 waves, so this is A, this was your B, and we go for a little bit sideways choppiness for wave C like this, a little bit accumulation, and then we run up like this. So this is a very likelihood of how Rose may pump up. It won't go beyond I would say 563. It should not go beyond that. In fact, it should find its support around the previous range highs, which would be somewhere around here. This is where the previous supply was. So this is a new demand. I mean, this is how it can go slightly under, but it should not lose this red box. So best would be, if you really want to bid, let it flip. You flip, you fly. Your target is for the Rose will be here. This is going to be your first level of targets, and this is where the rejection is going to happen. If it flips up, you go up. So this is how it would do, but for now I think you need to wait for the flip. So that's a very, very important levels. I think it can flip. It just need Bitcoin dominance to start rejection. Once you start rejecting, Rose will start flipping, because right now the money is in memes, the money is in Bitcoin, and the money is not flowing into anything else. It's all memes. Everybody wants to pump meme coin. They want to be millionaire overnight. So even the fundamentals are not working for the projects. So we need to have some little patience. When the meme stops out, things are going to rotate actually. Uni, let's talk about Uni. Uniswap is looking good. It's looking good. Why? Because you see, I mean, we had a resistance and we broke out of that resistance, and we have a nice support on the daily around $7. So $7 is your support. The only problem with the Uni that I have is, if you look at the RSI, we lost the RSI based MA. I mean, ideally we should have not lost it. So that's the only problem. The good part is we are still above the 50 RSI support. The 50 RSI support is going to be tested. So that's a good part. And I do think if you really want to bid Uni, I think the levels would be around the $7.12 to $7. That is where the Uni bid should be. Can go lower? Yes. Possibility is there. Why? Because it did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that is your 5 waves, and this can be A, B, C, A, B, a push up to retest $9.4. One more time we retest around 9.4 to 9.6 around this on the lower term time frame. Let me show you so that you can get understanding properly. Let me delete this. Okay, hold on. So Uni, currently we are in a the previous supply block. So this was your supply, and now it has turned into demand. Basically it should be turned into demand ideally. If you really want to continue on an upside, we should not get acceptance inside this. So we already got one candle closure. We don't want another candle to close. Flip it, we can have a bearish retest for Uni around 9.6, 9.5. This is going to be bearish retest, and we can have one more downside for Uni this way. So that's going to be A, B, C, and we can pump up. Now we can even do irregular flat. So irregular flats would be, it can sweep up the highs like this, reject, and come back down, retest this level the way Solana did, and then pump up. So it can even do something like this. So there are two options. Either normally the bull run, when we are bullish, normally it forms irregular expanded flat. It never goes deeper pullback. It don't give us. So this is a very good support level for Uni. You just need to wait for the daily RSI to bounce. Once the daily RSI reclaims the RSI based MA, you can simply go in. That would be the safest bet for you actually. Because if we close, I would say 3 consecutive candle under the H4, because we never have 2 consecutive close above this, never together. So we did it. Then this is how I would like to tell you that it's gonna go for like a deeper pullback. That's how it's gonna go. So Wait for another H4 which is going to close in next 3 hours 23 minutes. That would confirm your next move for uni, but ideally should pump up actually. Troy, charting it for the first time. I've seen the movie but never a coin. Holy fuck. It's very tricky to chart new coins actually because of the price action. RSI had a clear bearish divergence. Shit. Anybody took a short? The daily had a bear divergence. In fact, the H4 had a bear divergence over here. Double bearish divergence at this candle it formed. And then we started dumping down. We already took the lows over here as well. Remind me to check Nero Oct, 1000 Nero Oct as well. Because I think and as well as Rune. Both are having a good chart actually. H4 is looking like it might give one more down. We don't have any such bullish divergence yet. The daily also tells me that one more down is a possibility, but it is not going to go straight away. It can go straight away, but how it should go from here in my view, because we took a liquidity and we are into the supply block over here, and the white candle means that this is the volumetric candle. This volumetric candle would also act as itself as an order block, which means that all the orders were absorbed in this in these candles practically. So maybe we can chop a little bit, retest the full order block support around 3483, reclaim it back, chop here, and go for a retest. That's going to be like a bearish retest over here. So this is going to be the minimum target, and I would like to see it pull back from there again like this. It can even go irregular, expanded flat, the way I mentioned for Rose. Normally in bull run, normally it happens actually. In bull run it happens, but we will see. Sorry for uni I mentioned, but this is what my plan is for Troy actually. XRP is one of my favorite coin, and as I mentioned many times, I think few days back also I mentioned that XRP, and even yesterday I mentioned that it's holding the 66 levels, we will push up, and that's what XRP did. We pushed up, correct? For those who took it, someone asked me, I mentioned that yeah, you can take it, it's holding up the levels. One of my favorite coin. I've never missed a big impulsive move on XRP previously. Right now I'm not trading it because I think a lot other coins go faster than XRP, so simply I ignore it actually. That's the only reason. I don't know why XRP chart is not loading for some reasons. Everything else is loading but not XRP. Maybe here we have the XRP Tether, fine. So what do we have here, guys? This was the chart. I posted it in my LTF channel. The XRP, this needs to hold up. We went to 64 cents and this was a hold up. Once we flip this red box that we are having of 75, and if I see that it's flipping up, I think I literally ask you to long it, because the whole market is going to get fucked by XRP. Dodge, or you can say any damn coin, XRP will literally take on the whole crypto market, because once it flips here, once it reclaims, once we get 2 consecutive daily closure, so we never got a 2 consecutive daily closure. You see, we got a 2 rejection, and this is the third candle. We are trying back again to go inside and just try to flip it up. So we are trying it. In case if it don't flip, then it will come back down and accumulate here around 64 a little bit more, and then we'll look for a pullback. But if it flips, don't wait for anything, simply buy, because XRP target would be, because when we flip 78 cents, trust me, your target is not going to be 92 93 cents. Your target would literally be this $1.4. That is what your target would be for XRP. Anyone, I think XRP can even surpass $2 and probably can even go to $3 or $4 as well. like old time's sake. So possibility is there. So I think I would not miss this big move. I'm simply watching it because right now it's not worth my time to keep on watching XRP. We have a lot of moves that happening around everywhere, But XRP, once it reclaimed this red box, 2 consecutive daily candle closes inside, which means an acceptance. Once it does, fuck every damn thing. Put your money in XRP. It's gonna rocket. And when XRP do rocket, it won't give you a chance. I mean, it's just simply gonna pump up. You won't even get a chance to get in. It's just simply gonna rocket. So let's wait for the acceptance. Overall, they look at the daily time frame. We are very, very, way overbought, and we are in the resistance. So either we break here. Look at the 82 levels on the daily. Crazy. Last time we went in July, the same levels around in 6th of November. It's a crazy overbought, and still we are not breaking out. That's the difficult part for me to, absorb. But once it breaks out, it will just simply pump up without any sort of, because measure of the liquidity is here. People are shorting. Everybody's gonna get wrecked once it start pumping up to $1.4. Just imagine, once XRP go here, you long it, and your pump is going to be 60, 70, maybe even 80%. 80%. That's how it's gonna go actually. So that's what I have for XRP, and I think today the last chart for us, because I'm really tired, and would be let's check link, because I know a lot of people you want to trade link actually. Why I am so much feeling that Atom would pump, it's because we did a similar thing for link. If you remember, we literally bought link around $5 to $4.5, if you remember, and we literally sold it around $23. That was like a top to me, 0.382 Fibonacci levels, and then we went down. Link, guys, is if you really want link to be bullish, it needs to flip the it's a $15 level. Still we don't flip it, forget about it. It's not gonna pump up more. But what I can say for link is, what if this is a reversal, and what if this is like a big trend the way FTM did? So let's just analyze the chart for FTM. Similar sort of thing link is gonna do, because it tested 786 Fibonacci levels, meaning that this has to be 1 to 1 2, meaning this has to be 1 2 1 2 3 4, one more push up, 5, have a rejection, put up. So your 5 waves are going to end this way, and a little bit more accumulation like this, and run up like this. So link can do now. Let's have a look at chart on Phantom, just for the sake of comparison, because Phantom previously pumped, Phantom previously pumped, retraced, and started pumping back. So let's check Phantom. If you look at the Phantom chart, so this is exactly what Phantom did. So here, so Phantom started pumping up here, okay, and then we started back retracing. So if you look at this structure, Phantom, what did it do? It went to almost 886 Fibonacci levels, almost. And after that, it pumped up to close to 0.702. Sorry, 0.382. Where the hell is 0.382? Here. 0.382. So that's where it went. You see? Now let's have a similar chart for the link. So link is lagging, I know, but that's what I think link is gonna do actually, based on the Fibs perspective that we have. So if you look at, I think this is a different chart. This is where I mentioned that we are topping around 0.382, but that's fine. what is done is done. I mean, that was the top we identified. So if you look at this chart, our 0.382 was 15.94. I mean, we have yet not tested those levels. So I do think that what Link needs to do is probably flip up here, and once it flips, reclaim, you can buy all you want, because that is going to be your concrete breakout. That's going to be ABC. That's going to be your 1-2-1-2 scenario. This candle is wave 1. We are doing wave 2. A retest of 12.1 is a possibility. 12.1 to $12. A reclaim $15, buy, and your next target would be around golden pocket of $35 to $36. That's what, you know, the Link breakout target would be. Invalidation would be under $11.2. If you really want to buy, yes, you can buy Link around $12 to 11.4. Your invalidation would be under 9.8. That's going to be invalidation. If we close under 9.8, simply sell. Wait for it to reclaim $12. But I would say in the bull run, you don't need to put your money in the odds that it might not pump. So I would say, if I were you, I would put it only once it flips 15, because once it flips $15, it will run very quickly, and it's going to give you good gains actually in a very short period of time. It's just simply going to keep on pumping, because that would confirm the bull. So I would not be buying or putting my money as an investment here, but rather once it flips, I would put up here. This is where the money should be. Smartly, you know, put it. So this is what I have for Link. Ethereum, what do we have? Very nicely going, guys. Oh, wow. Wow. Again, I'm telling you one more time, I'm not sure whether it's going to give you one more downside. Not sure. But at least what we got right now, we literally got a 1-2-72, you know, retest and pump. So, and if you look at the USDT dominance, we rejected it. Just looking at the 1 hour time frame over here, we sweep up the highs. We are rejecting over here, as you can see, from the 65. So, which is a good sign on 1 hour time frame. The only thing it can be, it can probably do a little bit choppiness where ETH pumps actually and BTC goes sideways. I mentioned this might be a possibility because of the Bitcoin dominance is in a bigger, you know, supply block, a weekly supply block. Now, ideally, it should have retested the, 2-3%, 2 to 2.5% pump is ideal, but I'm not sure whether it's going to give us on the Bitcoin dominance. But what USD dominance needs to do is one more push, and then dump like this. That would be nice. Very, very good. So that's what I have for the USD dominance. Pepe, guys, is flipped. I think this can be a good long, actually. Very, very good long. I think it has flipped. The RSI looks great. 15 minutes chart looks great. This was a perfect ABC, actually. This is A, B, C, D, and then you got a C. So this is A, B, and C, perfect. And then you got some sort of hold on. Does it look like a double bottom? Yeah, perfect. So practically this can be ABC, but we need to wait for it to close this candle in next 10 minutes. 2 consecutive candle close, we need it. Once you close, second candle, wait for another 15 minutes to close. Once it closes, your stops would be under these levels of 21.3. You long it. Your take profit targets would be anywhere, because it's a price discovery, so it can go anywhere. But if we literally look at from the FIBS perspective, if you draw the FIBS, 0.382 needs to be flipped. So it can literally go to 1414161 at Fibonacci levels. It just wants to fucking finish the move. Here. This is what probably you can, it can go up higher a lot because it's in price discovery. But at least from the FIBS perspective, you can book some gains over here actually. 9 minutes, if this can close like this, above the red box, above the 0.382, this would confirm that this thing is going up, yeah, literally going up. So pumping up to 28.7 or maybe 29.9 with another, as I mentioned, once breakout, either it goes down one more time or khalas, it's just simply going to pump up because we have wicked into the demand box. So once it breaks out, you can simply buy and it will go to 5.3 to 5.4 dollars. Near is my favorite, guys. It's already breaking out. If you are not realizing, wait for the 15 minutes candle. Once it closes, buy with the stops, very tight stops under 5.267. You can ride it. Now Ethereum is going nuts. So that's all, guys. I thank you so much for this stream. I think we nailed the move for now, for ETH and maybe even alts, actually, because it was simple. I mean, it was very simple. Here's the dominance, sweep up the highs, go all in. Whatever you want to buy, you can. The stronger ones will run higher and faster. The weaker ones will go slow. Simple as that. And we have got yield. We have got say. I mean, say is, look at the pump on the say. As I mentioned, hold. Once it breaks this trend line of 48.5, I think this shit is going to fly. $60, 60 cents. And then everybody's going to talk about, say, in the market that, hey, it's going to pump up to $1 and blah, 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 because it's a big, big breakout. It's like a Bitcoin, just like a bigger range of a breakout, just like a Bitcoin did of breakout, a 35-40% move. The target for, say, on this breakout would be, in my view, would be 85 to 90 cents. Just hold your swing, guys. I'm having a big position on, say, guys. My risk is managed, though. I'm ready to lose 200k on this. The risk reward is amazing, and this is gonna be great, actually. Nero ETH is still, I'm waiting for it. Floki is looking good, but oh shit, it went to equilibrium, almost there, but I still think one more down would be nice. Not sure whether I'm gonna get it. So that's all for today's stream, guys, and thank you so much for catching the Ethereum bottom. Thank you so much. Ride it, guys. And if you would like to support my work, please trade on Bybit, guys. The link is mentioned in the description. Have a nice night. Take care. Bye-bye.